Should we expect 2021 to be better than 2020?
So what's in store for 2021? In our previous video, we discussed the year 2020, explaining that even though it was dark, it was a very high darkness, and it was a good darkness. It's just that it needs to be processed, integrated into our life and into our consciousness, the goodness of it, so that we can see this good coming from, as Chassidus explains, from Alma de Iskasya, from the concealed levels, into Alma de Izgalia, into the revealed world, into our conscious reality. To understand how that process happens, let's take a look, of course, at the Hebrew years of both 2020 and 2021. The Hebrew years corresponding is 2020 was Tafshin Pei, 5780, and the year 2021 is associated or mainly occurring in the year Tafshin Pei Aleph. Now, if 2020, as we mentioned in our previous video, is the light of Keser, which Keser is infinite and blinding, so we have to say the same thing must be present and seen in Tafshin Pei 5780. Well, first of all, when you take a look at the letter Chaf, which we said is symbolic of Keser, the Chaf has a hidden letter inside of it, which is the Pei, Chaf. And being that there's two Chaf, so there's two Peis. But a Chaf is Chaf and Pei. It's interesting how it corresponds that in the world that is known as the year 2020, and in the Jewish calendar, in the Torah calendar, it is known as 5780. But the 80, and the 20 match, which, by the way, combine together to give you 100, which in many memorim of Chassidus it explains that 100, 3 digits, is the level of Keser. So, Tafshin Pei, the Rebbe always gave names for the year. After Gimel Tammuz, we had to be innovative and come up with names on our own. Besides this year, Tafshin Pei Aleph, in which it seems like there's almost an explicit, it's not explicit, but there is almost an explicit indication from the Rebbe of what this year should be called. The Rebbe said that Pei Aleph stands for Pla'os Arenu, I will show you wonders. And the Rebbe says it's similar to the year Nifla'os Arenu, the year that the Rebbe was speaking so much about the Hisgalus of Mashiach. Nifla'os Arenu, 57, 51, the year of wonders you will see. It's the same word, Nifla'os and Pla'os. What does it mean? It means wonder. So in Chassidus it says that when do you wonder? You wonder when something is beyond your head, beyond your understanding. So Pele, which means wonder, is associated with Keser. So when we say Tieshnas Pla'os, let it be a year of Pele, means that such spectacular things come into the world. Now the Rebbe didn't tell us about the year Tafshin Pei. The Rebbe only told us, which means 5780. The Rebbe only told us about the year Tafshin Pei Aleph, which means, the Rebbe said, Erenu Pela'os, I will show you Pele, I will show you wonder. Which means, we can deduce on our own, that Tafshin Pei 5780 is just Tieshnas Pele. That's why the year 2020 and the year 5780 is something we all wonder about. The whole world, we don't understand what happened in this year. It stuns our minds because it's still dark, because it's Keser, it's higher than our understanding. But what is the significance of Tafshin Pei Aleph, which corresponds to 2021, is that we can take that Pele, that which we don't understand, that which is beyond our minds, and bring it down into our consciousness and into our understanding. How does that work? By taking the Pele, the word Pele, which means a wonder, rearranging the letters of Pele, you get the word Aleph. Aleph means A'alefcha, comes from the word I will teach you. So that which is not yet understandable, now I will teach it to you, you will conceive it, you will understand it. So adding an aleph to the palois means to start decoding the code, start breaking it open, understanding what happened in Tashim. And it's interesting also that when the Rebbe speaks about palois erenu, at least, which seems to be very much speaking about the year Palois Arenu Pei Aleph, the Rebbe has a very interesting take on it. He says that the word Pei Aleph spells the word af. Af means wrath and anger. Have you not noticed that people are angry all over? There's political anger. There is such tension. People get upset at you if you're wearing the mask. You're not. People are so opinionated. And if you don't agree with their opinions, everybody's angry. It's a lot of elements of tension. And the Rebbe says that this is a year that essentially Pei Aleph is af, which is wrath and darkness. But he says it's the time when the Pei Aleph flips over, you turn around, because the word Pei Aleph is not af, it's the reverse of af, it's the reversal of anger, and instead of anger, you get Palois Arenu, you will see wonders. What does that mean? That the seeing of the wonders, the unbelievable Mashiach miracles that we are going to see Be'ezras Hashem this year is not disconnected from the darkness that preceded it. It's not like, oh, it was dark, Hashem, please help me, give me light. It's the darkness itself will become bright, will be understood. Can we assist in this process? Can we assist in opening up that the darkness shouldn't still be dark, but that we should be able to brighten it and bring it into our understanding? Can we open our eyes to it? The Rebbe said to us, Mach oif the oigen, opening the eyes. But how do we do that? We do that by learning Mashiach. A'alefcha, we need to learn Mashiach. The Rebbe gave us 2 years of sichos, Nun Aleph and Nun Beis. To most of the world, and many Hasidim, people are afraid to touch these sichos because they're too intense. They're Pele. This is the crown of Mashiach. It's too much, too intense. And people are afraid to touch it. Don't be afraid. Open it up and start learning it. This secret of taking the Pele, taking the infinite, and being able to integrate it into our consciousness. And then when we do that, it impacts the rest of the world. That the greatest darkness becomes the brightest light. And the most intense tension transforms to the greatest joy. May we merit to see it now.